Hello and welcome back to another vlog. I am Georgie, the artist and creator behind Georgie's Latin Art, a cat and dinosaur themed online shop. So this week's vlog is a bit of a weird one because although it is a week in the life, it's actually a little bit more than 1 week. I started on the Wednesday and I went through to the following weekend just because I had a few days where I didn't film anything and there wasn't really anything going on, so I thought I'd film a little bit longer. But I actually finished recording yesterday, so I just thought I'd come on and do a little bit of an intro because I forgot to do one at the start of the week. So I'm just starting off by tidying up my desk as I need to pack a load of orders and make a load of stock. And of course it's me, so I got sidetracked by making myself a to-do list as well. So I'm moving straight on to packing up my orders from the weekend. So although it's Wednesday, obviously it was bank holiday on the Monday, so my weekend orders are being packed up today. So the first order I had was a planner and a colouring book, and you'll just see me going through the colouring book because I like to just quality check them before I pack them up. And then the next order I had was just for the floral dino sticker sheet, but this was around the time that I was swapping the media that I was using. So I actually included the space dinos as well because this was for a birthday gift and I had a sheet still on the old media left, so I popped that in as well. I also had an order for 3 magnets off my website. This was the first order I had through my own website, so very happy about that. And so I'm just packing that up into a little bundle first, just so that they stay more secure. My next job for the day was to start on another calendar page. So this one is going to be the fairy cat theme. So I took this theme from my Patreon rewards, which is actually September's rewards, but I'm just recoloring it and redesigning it a little bit just so that I can make it into a full page theme. You can see I've included like more of a real-time drawing, which is actually still sped up along with the time lapse, and you can see kind of like how many different colour choices I went through. So you'll see by the time lapse that I actually started doing the background all as bright pinks and oranges. However, I just found it was too much, so I did end up changing this. So I spent the whole evening drawing it and then hating how it turned out, so I did redo it a bit, but I actually prefer how it turned out in the end. I also tried some different colours for the cat as well because I also wasn't happy with how that was looking. The white I hated even more than the grey, and then in the end I settled on this dark green colour. So here we're actually skipping forward. The last clip was from Thursday, where I was doing co-working with Oku Poku, and then this is actually the 2nd of September, so this is the following Tuesday. I also thought I'd include some clips of Jasper because this is what working with Jasper looks like. Just sit. Oh, my baby. Right. Oh, Jasper. Don't I went to take a drink of that and he had butted it and knocked it into my teeth. So I'm actually getting labels and stuff ready for packing orders, but it was a bit of a slow morning because of my cat. So I kept Jasper off the desk and then I was able to actually get on with packing more orders. So this was the weekend's orders again. I've been having a lot of magnetic planners selling on Etsy at the moment, and luckily these I all had in stock so I didn't have to make any up. My next job for the day is to actually get on and start making some sun catchers. So this is actually stock for a shop that I'm making. So I'm starting off with some ghost cats. So at this point I'm actually restocking 3 shops, but I think only 2 of them I was making these sun catchers for. While the first layer of the suncatcher is cutting out, I like to get on and do some other stuff in between because some of these sheets take quite a while to actually cut. So I'm just scoring all of my suncatcher packaging ready to be folded in half. At this point, I just finished cutting another sheet of suncatchers and Jasper gets very excited about the Cricut machine. So I was actually packing up some backcut suncatchers that I already had made up. I just hadn't packed them because I didn't need them at the time, so I thought I'd package them up while I was waiting for the ghost cats to cut out. And then for the shops, different shops require different things. This one in particular, you just have to put your stock code on. So this is my SKU plus my trader number, and then also the price. Some shops require full barcodes, some just require the trader number. It all varies, so I have to remember what I need to do for each one. And then the next thing I'm going on to do is just making some new packaging for notebooks. So I've decided to swap from the belly band card slip that I was doing to actually just packing them into cello bags, because I was finding that the corners of the notebooks were getting a little bit battered just from being in the shops and stuff like that, and people like touching them and whatnot. So I decided to go with cello bags instead, but I just wanted to explain that they are lined paper inside. So I'm just making this card slip to pop in the back. And I got this screenshot of the lined paper that's actually in these notebooks from my manufacturer, and I'm just making my own little kind of grid for them just so that I'm not using a pixelated image. So I start off by drawing the lines on and then using the equal spacer in Illustrator to section them out. Then I've got this binder image, and then I'm just making some little grey circles for the holes. And then once I've done that, I just group it all together, and I actually rasterized it so that none of the lines would like change thickness and that sort of thing. And then I just add a little turquoise square around just so that it stands out on the white background. After a quick postbox run, it was time to print out all the packaging. So I started with the notebook inserts just because I wanted to see that I'd spelt everything correctly and that there was nothing missing. And I was just sending 4 notebooks, so I only had to print 1 sheet. I was also going to take some notepads to one of the shops. So this is actually my Chunky Cat design, and I always include my logo on the back just because there's no logo on each sheet. I have now actually got a stamp of my logo that I'll be using, but this is the sticker I've been using on all my notepads so far. I would normally have cello pouches that fit these notepads perfectly, however I got these from a different manufacturer and they're ever so slightly thicker, so they don't fit in the A6 cello bags, but I did order some C6 ones and they do fit, so I'm just temporarily using A5 ones. And then the same thing for these, I've just got to put my price on, and then this shop is just one that I've just got to put my trader number on. The next product I'm sending is keyrings. So I was cutting out these toppers earlier, and then I've just got to add them to the top of the packets. I just like to pop these on because it finishes the packet off, and also I can then keep the same packaging for all of my keyrings and magnets, but just change the topper to be keyring or magnet. And then because this shop I am physically going to, I don't need to actually box this up properly. I'm just popping it in a box so that everything's together. And then for the notebooks, I decided to actually stick my SKU on the actual slip that's inside the packet, just so that if the piece of paper moves around, the SKU won't be blocking any text on the sheet. And then I put the price on the front of the notebook. I'm just using some leftover pieces of laminate to seal the excess bit of plastic of the cello pouch. These are just offcuts from when I'm making stickers, so it's better to use them than bin them. And then I'm just using some leftover paper from probably an Amazon parcel to wrap the notebooks up just so that they stay together in the box. And then I just write on the paper what's in there so that the person opening it knows what's going to be in each parcel. This shop I was just sending notebooks and sun catchers, as everything else was in stock. All the boxes I use for sending stock off to shops is normally like old Amazon parcels or product parcels, so I have to just cut them down so that they fit what I'm sending. I also ran out of brown tape, so there's an obscene amount of fragile tape going on.
Hello, so I am pretty sure I haven't spoken to the camera at all during this vlog. I did start recording this like week in the life last Wednesday, so today is actually Wednesday. Been a whole week, but I'm actually going to keep filming for a little bit longer just because I've had a few days off. So Monday was the bank holiday in August, so I was still at the Henley show, which will be my previous vlog. Tuesday I was completely dead. I was so tired, so I had Tuesday off. I didn't really do much. I pretty much sat and watched TV the whole day. I did do a little bit of drawing just because I had some ideas, and I don't really find drawing is too much of a job if the ideas are already there. Then Wednesday I had to pack up my weekend's orders, and I went and posted them, and also I filmed some of me drawing my calendar. So that was like the start of the week. Thursday I did like a co-working day with Okupoku. Friday I actually did work on my wholesale catalogue. I know I didn't film any of that because I thought it would be really boring to watch, being that it was just me working on Illustrator the whole day essentially. My goal is to get my wholesale catalogue done by the end of the year, but what I basically want to do is start moving away from renting shelves in shops and actually wholesaling. So in theory I may make less money. In practicality it will be so much easier because at the moment I'm in 5 shops and one of them is just changing at the moment, so they're changing from commission only to rent, and they're only doing like a 3-month trial thing. It's all very new, it's not been finalised or anything, so that one's changing, which means that I may not be able to stay in there for more than 3 months at a time. So that's one reason to want to go wholesale instead. Another is that some months I'm losing money because I'm paying more in rent than I'm actually selling, so there's no point in keeping up with that. It is so time consuming trying to keep on top of all the stock in all the different shops, but this is why I want to move to wholesale. So what I'm going to have is on my website there'll be an option where people can download the wholesale catalogue, and then they can also download an order form. So the order form will just be a spreadsheet where they can just, all the SKUs are in there and they just type how many they want. I'm gonna have like minimum order quantities for each item, because some items it's just a pain if I've only got to do one, and two, I don't want like general public just buying it because it's cheaper. I will, however, for new shops that want to stock me, I'll do like sample boxes and that sort of thing where they can test some stock, but that will be on a per shop basis. But it's just very time consuming. I've got to take a load of product photos for it, which will be good because they'll be for the website as well, but it's a lot of work. And then also I need to take photos of all my packaging, because obviously I don't normally photograph that because I don't need to, but we're gonna have to photograph all that. So then Saturday I had the day off. Saturday I did nothing, absolutely nothing. We went out for dinner at Zzz's Saturday night, so that was really nice because we haven't been out in a while. And then Sunday I did a little bit of work. I think I was doing a bit more on the wholesale catalogue, and then also calendar drawing, and then also watched F1. So finally got to see that because normally I'm busy. So then Monday I was restocking stuff for shops. So there was a shop that I've literally just been to, I'll talk about that in a second, that basically I'm changing the shelf of. So I was changing out stock that I was stocking there and that sort of thing. Ran out of cards, so I couldn't actually make any more packaging. Tuesday is when I filmed all the making stuff, so I was finishing off making the stock for that shop. And one other. I also packed a load of weekend orders, so I got all that packaged up and then I went and posted it. Today I went to the Stuff Emporium. It's in Salisbury. Basically the shelf I was on, I just wasn't making enough money a month to stay there, so she offered me a smaller shelf that I could go to. It's literally just above it. Yeah, so that one I did this morning, and I've taken a load of stock back that just wasn't selling. It either hadn't sold at all or it was really slow sellers, so I've taken that back, put the new stuff on, so hopefully that goes a bit better. So at the moment I'm sat in the car park. I had to pop in, needed to get a few bits and also lunch because I haven't eaten anything, and it's currently 2 o'clock. So I've just eaten my lunch. I need to go to Pets at Home, and then I need to go into town because I've got a load of cash to bank, and also grab a few other bits from town. So it's very much an errands day today. I've written it off that I'm not going to get any work done. My brain is very much having a down week, I think, just in terms of needing that time to recoup after the busy August that I had. Oh, the other thing I also did, just remembered, is I got stamp rally prizes ready for Comic-Con Connection, so that one's in Newbury. No idea if this vlog is going to be up before I go to that, but I am doing a stamp rally there. I'm running it, co-running it with Okupoku. It's just pirate animals because we were looking through like national days, and Talk Like a Pirate Day is shortly after the convention, so we thought, why not do pirate animals? So it's me, Okupoku, and Holly Parkhouse Designs, and we're each doing 2 animals. So I've done a cat and a bearded dragon. But yeah, so I'm going to get on with my errands for today, so I will catch you in the next clip.
So this is Friday evening, and again I'm just working on another calendar page. This one is for one of the summer months, and I actually can't remember which month it is now, but it's just going to be a cat lounging on the beach. Again, I've left in the full time lapse and then also real-time drawing, so you can see how I work. This month's was actually going to be a very different design, however I just couldn't make it work how I wanted it to, so I decided to change the theme entirely and we went with this instead. So I was going for a really fluffy cat, mainly like the Maine Coon type brown tabby. Throughout the calendar I tried to include a range of different cat colours and patterns and stuff. I wanted to use a brown tabby for this one so that the little shirt would stand out. Hello, good morning. It is a Saturday, so Thursday I spent the day just basically doing housework. I didn't do any work on my business at all. Friday I did a little bit of drawing, which you will have seen in the previous clip, and then also I did some more houseworky bits. I actually wanted to have a bath Thursday night, however we have discovered that our bath plug has gone missing, and one culprit, which I won't name his name, or it could be the girl, we reckon they've probably hidden it somewhere. We've hunted, we can't find it, so never mind, we'll have to get another one. So I had a shower last night instead. I did go to B&Q to pick up a replacement plug. Doesn't fit our plug, so never mind. Went for a shower instead of a bath. I also posted some Etsy orders yesterday, some stock for a shop, and then also a vintage parcel. I also walked Jasper and we did some training on his walk, which we've never done before because normally he's too interested in everything else that's going on. But we managed to do some training. So this morning I've been drawing one of the calendars. So we're currently working on November's. So we're going for of course, a ragdoll. But this one's a bi-colour, so it's not my cat's colours. But this is November, so he is going to be sat in front of a fireplace and it's all going to be like yellow and golden and glowy and everything. I've also got a DPD parcel coming today. Now, I have a suspicion of what it could be, but also the tracking is not suggesting that it is that parcel. I'm not sure what I've ordered if it's not what I think it is, so we'll see. I've got no idea, but I have got 2 other parcels to open. So we're going to go ahead and ignore the mess that is going on my desk at the moment. So this is a less exciting parcel to open up. So I basically get these compostable cello pouches. So these ones are actually C6 size because I was buying A6 and then the new notepads that I've bought don't fit in them, so I've gone for C6 instead. And then also some tape. So these have a mark on the top which basically just says this bag is made in the UK from EN13432 compostable PLA. So basically, hello Jasper, they are technically industrial compostable. However, the company has also done their own test, or I read this on their website like years ago. It does break down in home compost, it just takes a little bit longer. And then this one is a bit more exciting. Now Jasper, this parcel isn't for you. He thinks it's for him because it sounds like his treat bags, but it's not for him. Look at him, greedy bugger. There's a tiny piece. You're gonna run away with it. Yeah. He's now gonna go kill it. So yeah, this parcel is a bit more exciting. Oh, you're coming back again. Okay, that didn't keep you for long, did it? Dreamies then? So they have come in 2 little parcels. These are basically the prizes for our pirate animal stamp rally. So we have got a little frog from Holly Parkhouse Designs. This is my little bearded dragon guy, and then this is my drunken cat pirate. So his story is that he's had a bit too much catnip oil. This one's from Okupoku, and then this is also Okupoku, and this is her Tara mascot. And then this is a little pirate dragon from Holly Parkhouse Designs again. I'm really happy with how they've turned out, and I think all of our art styles work really well together as well. I want to send pictures of these to the group so that they can see them all. For anyone who doesn't know, my hair is actually naturally curly, so this has got like no product in. I think the only thing I put in it was leave-in conditioner, so this is the natural state of my hair. I'm excited to see how this pirate stamp rally goes. I am also thinking that next year I will probably do something more with these guys because I really enjoyed drawing the little pirates. So I'm thinking that one of the months will likely be pirate animals, whether that would just be cats or whether it'll be animals as well. I've had a lot of requests for reptiles. I think because people see the dinosaurs and they want reptiles as well. So this is my first one. So this is just a bearded dragon. I do have plans for more reptiles. I'm not sure kind of what vibe we'll do. I'm thinking probably like a sticker sheet and a sticker pack, whether that would just be reptiles or themed reptiles, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been doing the most amount of work on my business this week, so this is kind of like, I wouldn't say that this is like a realistic week of my life. I'd say this is like a slower week, just because I have been so busy in August. I want to like take some downtime. My order of key rings and sticker books actually arrived, and they came in 3 boxes. I was not expecting this many boxes, but this is just me pulling everything out so that I can go through and count everything and make sure I've got all the charms that I ordered, and then also just checking over the sticker books. So one of the new things is the tuxedo cat. Changing the black cat to a tuxedo instead. And then another one is the Dino reusable sticker book. So they're silicone coated pages, perfect for storing stickers. And then also the same, but with cats on instead. So they've all got my logo on the back, or they should do. I only actually have 8 of the dinosaur ones that are correct. The rest have all been bound incorrectly. So it's present me again. I'm just coming on to round off the vlog, just because there was a few things that I forgot to mention during it. I've been fairly productive, so that's good. And actually, as of this point, I've finished my calendar. So that means I'm going to be able to get it ordered and then take photos of it and get it listed. Whether that will be listed by the time this vlog goes up, I actually don't know. But we will try. I did also forget to mention that the first weekend that I had nothing on, it wasn't supposed to be like that. I was actually supposed to be doing a outdoor market in Newbury. However, the weather was awful. Everybody was keeping an eye on it, but the organisers were told that they had to cancel it just because the wind speed was far too much. So that's why I ended up having a weekend off that weekend. I wasn't supposed to. So that's like the con of doing markets, is that they could be cancelled at any point. Especially outdoor markets, you run the risk of the weather. However, it was just a one-day market and I wasn't solely relying on that one for the month. So, you know, it would have been a bonus if I'd been able to do it, but didn't, and I ended up having a weekend off instead, which was really nice. It's currently Monday, and this weekend coming is Comic Con Connections. It's a Comic Con in Newbury that I was getting the stamp rally prizes ready for. So I'm actually going to be filming a little bit of this week just in preparation of the Comic Con, because I want to do a bit of like how I prep for it and that sort of thing, because I'm only actually going to have about 3 days to get ready for it, because I've got hairdressers this week and then also setups on Friday. There's not going to be that much time to do stuff, which, to be fair, although I had a busy August with markets and stuff, because none of them went that well, it's meant that I don't actually have to restock too much. There's a few sun catchers I need to restock, sticker sheets and sticker packs, and that's about it. And the sticker pack is actually a new sticker pack, which I will put a little picture of because hopefully I will have them done. So I'm going to leave this vlog here. If you want to keep up to date with me, there is a few different ways you can do that. You can follow me on Instagram, sign up to my email newsletter, or join me on Patreon. I will see you in the next one. Bye!